Hollywood loves dramatic confessions and emotional farewell stories, but sometimes the truth is far more powerful than fiction. For years, people believed James Garner left a secret final letter to Doris Day. It sounded cinematic, tragic, and perfect for a viral story. But there's no proof it ever existed. No letter, no verified quotes, no historical record. What did exist was something rarer in Hollywood, a lifelong friendship built on loyalty, pain, laughter, and quiet respect. This is the real story behind the myth and why the truth hits harder than any legend. James Garner, born James Scott Bumgarner on April 7, 1928 in Norman, Oklahoma, had a childhood far removed from Hollywood glamour. His mother died when he was just 5 years old, and his relationship with his stepmother was harsh and emotionally damaging. Those early years forced him to grow up quickly and shape a lifelong sense of empathy and self-reliance. Before acting, he lived many lives, working blue-collar jobs, briefly playing football, and serving in the U.S. Army during the Korean War, where he was wounded twice and awarded the Purple Heart. These experiences grounded him and gave him a distrust of pretension, something audiences later felt instinctively when he appeared on screen. Garner's rise to fame was accidental rather than strategic. He studied acting briefly at the Actors Studio in New York, but he never embraced the exaggerated movie star persona common in his era. Instead, he developed a natural, understated style that felt conversational and emotionally honest. That authenticity made him stand out when he was cast as Brett Maverick in the hit television western Maverick in 1957. The role made him a household name and redefined the Western hero, not as a stoic gunslinger, but as a witty, intelligent, and morally grounded man. From there, Garner transitioned seamlessly into film, starring in classics like The Great Escape, The Americanization of Emily, Grand Prix, and Support Your Local Sheriff. He proved he could handle drama, comedy, and action with equal skill. He also gained a reputation as an actor who refused to be bullied by studios, famously suing Warner Brothers and later Universal over unfair contracts. At a time when actors rarely challenged the studio system, Garner's victories helped reshape performers' rights. In 1974, Garner returned to television with The Rockford Files, creating one of the most iconic detectives in TV history, Jim Rockford. Unlike polished TV detectives, Rockford was broke, bruised, and emotionally guarded, but endlessly likable. Garner's performance earned him an Emmy Award and influenced generations of crime dramas. Even as he aged, he delivered powerful performances in films like Murphy's Romance and Space Cowboys, and later introduced himself to a new generation in The Notebook, where he portrayed the older Noah Calhoun.
But one of the most meaningful relationships in Garner's life was his friendship with Doris Day. They starred together in The Thrill of It All and Move Over, Darling in 1963, playing married couples with effortless chemistry. Their bond was strengthened during the filming of Move Over, Darling, when Garner accidentally injured Day's ribs during a physical comedy scene. She never complained and continued filming, wrapped in bandages beneath her costumes. Garner only discovered the injury the next day when he hugged her and felt the bandages. Instead of anger, the incident deepened their mutual respect. Years later, Day joked that even though he broke her ribs, she adored him. Garner's loyalty to Day went beyond friendship. When Day's third husband, Marty Melcher, died in 1968, and she discovered he had financially devastated her, many Hollywood insiders stayed silent. Garner did not. He publicly criticized Melcher, calling him a hustler who had exploited Day. In an industry known for protecting its own, Garner's willingness to speak out revealed his integrity and protective nature. While his professional life flourished, his personal life was complex and deeply human. Garner married Lois Clark just 16 days after reading her in 1956. At the time, he became stepfather to her young daughter Kim, who was recovering from polio and initially resisted him. Instead of forcing the relationship, Garner patiently earned her trust. One day, Kim casually referred to him as "my dad" while speaking to a neighbor, a moment that deeply moved Garner, who had grown up without stable parental love. Their marriage also faced cultural opposition. Garner was raised Methodist while Lois was Jewish, and interfaith marriages were controversial in 1950s America. His family strongly opposed the union, but Garner and Lois dismissed the criticism, focusing on mutual respect rather than religious differences. Their marriage endured separations, including an 18-month separation from 1979 to 1981, amid rumors linking Garner to Lauren Bacall, which he firmly denied. He explained that the real problem wasn't infidelity, but exhaustion and pressure from the Rockford files. Behind Garner's charming exterior were struggles he rarely discussed publicly. He admitted to stage fright, anxiety, and bouts of depression, remarkable admissions for a man of his generation. Colleagues noted that when he became frustrated, he took it out only on himself. His separations from Lois were not just marital issues, but emotional and mental exhaustion. Garner's body paid a heavy price for his career. He underwent multiple knee surgeries during the Rockford files, eventually requiring full knee replacements. He survived quintuple bypass heart surgery in 1988 and suffered a stroke in 2008. One of his longest battles was smoking. He began smoking at age 12 and continued for 65 years before quitting at age 77. His daughter later reflected on how deeply ingrained the habit had been and how remarkable it was that he finally quit after a lifetime of addiction. Despite declining health, Garner remained connected to those who mattered most. Near the end of his life, his daughter Gigi Garner arranged a final phone call between him and Doris Day. She handed him the phone, and the two old friends had a warm, meaningful conversation. They spoke not as Hollywood legends, but as people who had shared laughter, pain, and decades of friendship. It was a simple, genuine moment, far more real than any fabricated confession. James Garner died on July 19, 2014, at his home in Brentwood, Los Angeles, at age 68 from a heart attack caused by coronary artery disease. His death marked the end of a career that spanned television and film history, but also the life of a man defined by decency, honesty, and quiet strength. Hollywood often invents dramatic myths to make legends seem larger than life, but James Garner's real story proves that authenticity is more powerful than any fiction. His bond with Doris Day reminds us that behind the fame, human connection matters most. If you enjoyed this true Hollywood story, like this video, share it with someone who loves classic cinema, and subscribe for more real stories behind the legends. Thanks for watching.